What's going on, world? What's going on, Japan? Man, so telling you, this Ubisoft stuff is funny. Like, these people, like, there has to be something else going on behind the scenes here. They just don't want to do anything right here. And I don't know what to tell you. By the way, y'all like, subscribe. If you like this type of content, you'll be loving more stuff I'm bringing. I'm going to be doing this for years, obviously, and not stopping. If y'all didn't know, I covered this whole controversy on my channel. If you want to see like a library archive of Assassin's Creed drama and doing things the right way and expose it in every angle you could possibly expose when it comes to this DEI nonsense, it's right there on my channel. And there's other stuff around the corner too, obviously, gaming content, all that streaming. But let's get right into this article that Bounding put up here. So it says Assassin's Creed Shadows art director responds to criticisms regarding game's depiction of Japan. We've paid a lot of attention to stay as respectful as possible to Japanese culture. No, but creative choices are made on our side. So let's just think about that statement right there by itself. Excuse me. According to you, as respectful as possible to Japanese culture, which is a lie, and you know that. But I find it interesting that after everything that has passed relating to this game in Japan specifically, because that's where it's set, if people didn't know that, you have the audacity to say that you stay as respectful as possible to Japanese culture. No, that you wouldn't have had to apologize if that was the case, and they wouldn't have been so furious and pissed off. Even people over in the West don't like it, because you have a lot of people that are not just necessarily weeboos, but people who just wanted a ninja game in Japan to be authentic and epic. You didn't work with them whatsoever on any scale imaginable, and you disrespected them so much. Oh, you also disrespected the Japanese male and then didn't put him in his own game to represent his history. When we talk about history and war, we need to talk about the male principle, right? This is a masculine principle. But this is the problem with DEI because it's disrespectful towards the masculine principle, the male principle. And the DEI in today's world, because it can mean something different 20, 30 years later, that's the way words work, they're mutable, is that the male principle that's being attacked is not necessarily every male. No, it's the attack on the Asian male and the attack on the Caucasian male. Um, and if you already know, this goes to the far left Democratic Party mainly. And of course, before they existed, it was still around as well. But creative choices are made on our side. Oh boy, that says a lot. So basically, they're basically saying, I don't care what you have to say. We thought we were being respectful as possible to you, but we're going to do whatever we want. So let's continue going down here. In response to numerous complaints that have been leveled towards the game's handling of Japanese culture, Assassin's Creed Shadows art director Theory Danseriau, or something like that. I think that's how you say it. This is the guy right here who's saying all this. He's been around a while since Brotherhood and Revelations, but you know, a lot of things can change when you have all those invasions going on. So Mr. Danseriau has attempted to assure critics that he and his fellow devs are attempting to stay as respectful as possible. No, I don't know what world you're living in, but of course Ubisoft is in some world that nobody knows about except themselves. From its incorrect application of Chinese architecture, which we know about, we've seen that in the game, and modeling Japanese buildings, use of a modern-day reenactment group's custom banner for historical military unit that's stolen banner, which they still refuse to do anything about, and depiction of the historical Yusuke as a full-blown samurai rather than just a retainer. Legendary samurai at that, right, was what they said, but we all know that's bullcrap. That's all done now, not the way. Anyone who's still stuck on that is just lost and just wants to be ignorant and get stuck in political identity illusions. Delusions, too, we could say. Assassin's Creed Shadow has constantly stumbled in attempting to digitally recreate the land of the rising sun as it appeared during its years under the control of the famous Oda Nobunaga. Yeah, because you didn't work with them. And unsurprisingly, this haphazard treatment of Japan's history and culture has led to both the game, its dev team, facing massive criticism over their creative intentions from not just Western players, but also Japanese citizens and politicians. Yeah, it got to that level. Um, but it could have been in a better situation if they would have decided it at that time. Let's go to Ubisoft Japan and let's start working with Japanese developers and the best people there. Just do. But they didn't do any of that. Of course not, because that's how DEI mindsets are. Eventually, the discourse around Shadow's depiction of Japan grew so loud that the game's dev team, under the oversight of their parent company Ubisoft, eventually chose to offer a half apology So what that is, it's actually a way of making somebody more upset. It feels like you're thinking that I'm going to accept this. That's like saying that from their point of view, oh yeah, they'll just accept this because we're smart enough to deceive them. They're just gonna believe this. That's an insult to me because you're telling me that you're smarter than me and you believe that you can brainwash me with that, and I'm supposed to accept it and just let things just pass and it's all okay. No. So continuing, taken to the game's official Twitter account on July 23rd, the game's new dev team asserted. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks to all the support for Assassin's Creed series, which has its own history spanning almost 20 years over time. We have explored various settings, time periods, and characters from Assassin during a Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England and countless more. So this is basically the apology stuff, which we know about, so we're going to skip past that. But basically, this we can highlight this. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. Now, you see, my thing is that if I want to say what's respectful to somebody, I have to really understand them, right? So that means that I would come to them before I decided to do anything and say, "Is this respectful? Y'all think to represent? Y'all, you know what I mean?" No. Once again, it's that those same type of words where it's like, no, it's no different than an apology. You're still insulting without even knowing it. If you really don't know that, doubt it though. However, our intention has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters, which we know that's a lie. We aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about historical settings to get inspired by. That's like them giving the people who want to defend them feel to make them think that that's the case when really they made it clear that that wasn't the case. And we all know that. Definitely, if you played the series for a long time, I can tell you I've played them all almost. Only missed like a few games. That's a load of bullcrap. And then they're going to say it's designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan because this guy right here is all history. Though it's fabricated and wrong, so they can't even do that right, but it's done on purpose. Um, so let's go down here a little bit past that. Now, after about a month of radio silence on this topic, going back to Dan Seriau has offered a more personal, on-the-go ground to take on the situation. Past first thoughts on criticism of the game's creative liberties by Eurogamer editor-in-chief Tom Phillips during the recent 2024 Gamescom trade show. Dan Seriau bluntly affirmed, "Of course, we're making creative choices. It's a video game in the end, so we want to make the best experience as possible for our players." Wrong. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing DEI, and you would have gave the players what they freaking wanted, which was an authentic, high-quality Japanese male ninja game. It could have been the most epic ninja game of all time, but of course you dropped the ball. We still need to see more, but what I mean is they dropped the ball on a lot of stuff that was just non-gaming related. It was just kind of stupid. So we worked with a lot of experts, obviously not out of Japan, just to understand well the time period he detailed. We did a lot of our own work, so we're making sure we depict this world in a respectful way while fulfilling the gameplay needs and making it entertaining. See, like, first, how could you work with an expert and mix spring and autumn wrong? Like the sakura trees and all that. I don't know if you have seen it, but it's like, what is that doing in the fall and then vice versa, fall and spring, spring and fall? How could you mess that up if you were working with experts? They wouldn't have allowed you to do that. The way they put some of those mats on, everything, and then like the Chinese stuff in there, it's like, that's not expert. That's unprofessional. We've worked with Osaka and Tokyo studios who've acted as consultants. Who? You didn't give any names for a reason. One of their art directors is involved in doing research in the field. The art director further explained, "We went there, we did a field trip as well, and we have Japanese experts living in Japan. We use them a lot to look at our assets. They play the game and provide feedback." Hmm, that's strange. Turning to address the above statement from Ubisoft, Dante Riao then asserted, "There was a letter published by Ubisoft apologizing to that group of people in Japan, but something they need to know is we are working with experts, world renowned experts. And if we have in any way offended people, we are sorry, but this is not the goal. We paid a lot of attention to stay as respectful as possible to Japanese culture, but creative choices are made on our side." This is where we see that at Based on all the discussions we have had with our own group of experts, he argued, we're confident with how the game will be received. I don't know what world they're living in. What have you not shown us then? Because there's still a lot to be revealed, obviously. And the way you presented that trailer yesterday, too, after everything, how is that even true? Because so far, you're not doing a very good job. And you guys' stock is in a shithole. Met with one final inquiry into the effect the social media backlash to Shadows has had on its dev team, the director clarified, it's a personal question. It's up to everyone to see. Did you read all that stuff that's coming out? Said Densariyahu. Are you spending a lot of time on social media reading all the comments? Are you staying focused? I know some people who get affected. Social media platforms are a free space where people can do what they want. At the same time, we're focused on shipping this title. So market, profit, regardless. On this last mile, polishing the quality as much as possible, he concluded, we know we have a great game in our hands. We're proud of that and should stay proud of this game we've made. Okay. So, according to them, they hope they didn't offend Japan. They tried not to. After everything that's passed, no matter what, we're still going to make the choices. And we have our own experts. We don't want to work with Japan. That's what he's saying, right? Right? I mean, that's the highlight of this article, right? Um, yeah, see, that's the but. Creative choices are made on our side. You know, when I look at that, I'm like, your side, not Japan, DEI. Yeah, that's what you're saying. And like I said, this is the individual right here. You guys were wondering. Your side. Oh, you went up 0.16. Still $2.55. And, you know, down 84%. But, yeah, this side right here, y'all. How many times I gotta do this? This side right here. Where, you know, 354% back then drop all the way. I mean, can you look at that? All the way to this. Absolutely abysmal. Man, it used to be that high, y'all. But now, you know, that side is not doing too well. Yeah. That side is also doing more non-binary and women hiring because, you know, they want to keep up their male-hating DEI agenda. Remember, the males that they hate are the Asian males and the Caucasian males because they have inferiority complexity issues against them. And yeah, they want to attack that. They have a problem with that. It's pretty obvious. That's the whole idea of avoiding Japan, anyways, because that kind of proves that point, doesn't it? Right? I mean, if you got great detective skills, and I'm very good at this, you can kind of like put all of that together and then kind of see that. And you know, I've been on Twitter a lot too. You know, when it comes to like this type of topic. And so what I like to do here, like I did earlier, um, let's see if people still have some of these articles up. Yeah, to work at Ubisoft these days, you have to be a woman or have mental issues, pretty much, because that DEI is mental disorders. Discrimination is fine as long as it's against white men, I guess, and Asian cultures, of course, too. So, like you see right here, identify as a woman or a non-binary individual. Be 18 years or older, currently attend or have graduated in or after spring 2023. Have less than 2 years of professional experience in game design. And you can only apply to one location, and it has to be an individual. You can't come with a team because you don't want nobody smart to be with you. They're gonna have to get you separately. Guys, think about this 2 years of experience. So that means the people who are game developing, the experts of the gaming industries, you're not allowed here. It's gonna have to be dummy sheep that we're gonna take advantage of. And you can't be a male, you have to be a female, and you have to be non-binary. You know, when I saw that post, I'm like, their leader has gone absolutely off the deep end. He's gone completely mad. This company is lost. Their only solution, I guess, is to just go farther into the ground and just break apart. Because after seeing that, it's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because this used to be a good company. But all in all, that's kind of what I wanted to cover. Let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure to comment in the section. Definitely over there in Japan too. But yeah, like, subscribe, y'all. We're bringing you more. We're not done with this. Got a long way to go. Peace out, y'all.